Hello and welcome to Xbox Classics Revamped. In this first installment, I'm taking a look at Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, my favorite game for the original Xbox. Released by Team Ninja in 2004, this is an update of Dead or Alive 2, which was originally an arcade game in 2000 and then quickly ported to the Dreamcast and then PS2. This is, like the name implies, the ultimate version of Dead or Alive 2. So without further ado, let's get right into it and start playing some of this. So we're going to check out the story mode. And the game has a limited cast of characters compared to most fighting games, but the cast it does have is really strong. So we're going to play as the titular character Kasumi, who has multiple outfits, some of which you can unlock as you play through the game. Most of the girls have about 20 outfits each, where the guys get maybe 6 or 8. So let's make her a schoolgirl.
Get ready, fight!
Now I decided to take off the subtitles here because the subtitles are sometimes just, well, wrong. They're again, very loosely translated, or, they're translated so they make sense in English, but they aren't actually what they're saying in the Japanese language. So because all the voices are in Japanese, I might decide later to put in annotations for subtitles for what they're actually saying.
Get ready, fight!
So despite this being a remake of Dead or Alive 2, this game actually didn't come out until very late in the Xbox's life, especially in Japan, where it came out in 2004, where the Xbox was pretty much dead at that point. A launch title for the original Xbox was Dead or Alive 3.
Get ready, fight!
So having been released so late into the original Xbox's life, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate looks significantly better than Dead or Alive 3 does. And it also looks better than pretty much every other Tecmo game released for the original Xbox, and that includes Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black. Seeing Ryu Hayabusa here again is great, but it kind of makes me wish that he would look as good in Dead or Alive, or in Ninja Gaiden Black, but that was made a year earlier, so you can't really fault them for that. Dead or Alive 2 is a really good fighting game. Most people just talk about it for, obvious reasons. Yeah. But, the visuals aside and, the characters aside, the actual game mechanics of Dead or Alive 2 are really great. And that's something that it pisses off a lot of fighting game fans. They say that, Dead or Alive is shallow. It's I gotta play, Guilty Gear or Melty Blood or, a game like that, or I'm a Capcom guy, it's Street Fighter everything.
Get ready,
But to me, I think Dead or Alive works really great because it's based around this triangle system of gameplay where you have basically strikes that you can do, punches and kicks, you can block your opponent, you can grab your opponent, and each one of these moves will override the others. So you can block opponents to prevent them from striking you, but if you're blocking, that allows your opponent to throw you. If you try and throw someone who's going to be striking you, it will knock you down again. So the only way to play the game is to vary your strategy.
get ready, fight!
As it originally was an arcade game, Dead or Alive doesn't really present its storyline, or Dead or Alive 2 doesn't really present its storyline very well. It presents it, in bits and pieces as you play through the arcade mode with each of the characters. The basic premise is that there's an evil group of people who kidnapped this guy here, Hayate, and basically tried to do ninja experiments or something on him. Now he's got amnesia and doesn't remember anything.
兄さん、私
全ては
And this is the ultimate villain, the boss of the game, which is the Tengu. This guy is all about, being really heavy, really slow, and really strong, so, matching up against Kasumi here, he's totally the opposite. He's slow and sluggish, but his attacks are really, really brutal. Even just playing this game in normal mode, he still kicks my ass. Ouch. For whatever reason, Kasumi doesn't really have her own ending in Dead or Alive 2. All the other characters do, but not her. Which is a bit odd, but whatever. I guess, according to the story, canonly, she's defeated by her half-sister, so she doesn't compete, or she doesn't have an ending that way because she's actually supposed to be the loser, but whatever. So let's check out another mode. Here is the time attack mode, which allows you to play as 3 additional characters. You can play as Bayman, as well as Hitomi, and the Tengu, which you can play as these 3 characters only in this mode. You cannot play them with them in arcade mode. So we're going to play as Hitomi here, for example. And let's go with Polka Dot Bra.
Get ready, fight!
Now, when I was recording this, I forgot that I left the time attack settings on very hard. So the reason it's the computer's really, really tough here is because the game is on its absolute hardest setting can be, and the reason it's on that is because you need to play on this mode to unlock all of Hitomi's outfits.
Get ready,
Some of her bikinis and stuff she'll get at the very end of the game. As you can see, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate still looks like a fantastic game. This is really a visually striking game. It's probably at least in the top 10 best looking games for the original Xbox, if not in the 5 most best looking games for the original Xbox. There's so much detail everywhere you look, from the reflections on the floor to, the tiles in the background, the murals. So the computer just did a reverse strike where I tried to block and so it threw me.
you lose! Get ready, fight!
Alright, let's get out of this. Now let's check out another mode that you can go into, and that being simply watch mode. Now, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are really awesome, so I appreciate, people sticking through the videos. To end this video, I'm going to give you guys a little treat. and that being the watch mode, where you can put two characters and you can basically pit them against each other where they have unlimited health bars, and the computer will do some pretty crazy camera moves, and it's kind of awesome. So let's be schoolgirl versus schoolgirl, half sister versus half sister. Yeah. We gotta do it on the island. Of course we do.
何も邪魔はさせない。
邪魔よ Get ready, fight!
Man, I just love this. It's so fun to watch. The best thing about Dead or Alive 2 is that if you want to buy this game, Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate is actually one of the cheapest games you can get for the original Xbox. The game was originally sold with Dead or Alive 1, which is the Saturn version of the game, which is a bit odd because the Saturn is kind of, difficult to emulate properly, but it's unfortunate because the Saturn version of Dead or Alive 1 was the original release of the game. The PlayStation version came out later, and it's actually a little bit better. It adds some new characters such as Ayane, which weren't in the original version of the game. But if you do want to get Dead or Alive 2, you should definitely get it, because I've seen this game for as little as $2. And, one of the best games for the original Xbox for $2, I mean, this game is easily worth at least quadruple that. I wouldn't mind paying, upwards of, say, $30 for this game. It really is that kind of quality in a title. But, it's great because right now there's very little demand for original Xbox games. So if you are looking for, to get into the original Xbox, now is the time to do it, because these games are not going to stay cheap forever. Eventually, there will be, a nostalgic retro mentality that's happened with, NES and Super Nintendo and N64 games, and those prices are just going through the roof right now. And, the same thing will eventually happen with the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. But right now, you're still looking, in a market where people look at this stuff as just outdated. They don't see this as, actually worth owning. But I'm telling you, it absolutely is. Ouch. Well, anyway, guys, that'll about do it for today's video, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions about Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. And once again, guys, please hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.